Have you ever considered that energetic blocks are standing in the way of you achieving your goals faster? Like, do you ever get stopped dead in your tracks by irrational, paralyzing fears? Crazy, out of the blue distractions? Maybe you get stuck in some endless loop of excuses? Without your permission, your mind just starts listing off all kinds of reasons why you can't do what you want to do. Now, if any of those things have been happening to you, then I think this conversation can help and really make a difference. And I'd like to propose that the normal psychology, self-help, and transformational work that we've all come to know and trust doesn't cut deep enough to reach the roots of the energetic blocks that are blocking you from achieving your goals faster. And I'd like to talk about what does. My name is Matthew Ferry, and for nearly 3 decades, I've been an executive life coach and spiritual teacher. I'm the creator of the methodology called the Rapid Enlightenment Process, which is what we'll draw upon today. Now, I began contemplating energetic blocks back in 2006 after returning home from Tibet, where I meditated for 17 straight days, and it shifted my perspective on life. Now, when I arrived back in the States, my mind was relatively quiet. I was feeling a lot of peace, and yet I would get stopped dead in my tracks by fear, uncertainty, and doubt that would come from left field. The energy in my body, like the instincts that I had, the impulses that I have, didn't actually match the circumstances of my life. It was seriously annoying. And truthfully, it was kind of embarrassing. I mean, at that point, I'd spent more than a decade trying to get my mind under control, and I was a friggin' mindset teacher and trainer, for God's sake. And still, every once in a while, none of my techniques would work. I'd spiral into a breakdown. It might take me days or even worse, weeks to get out of it. Can you relate to that? Now, for me, in meditation, I had a breakthrough. And it transformed my relationship with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD. The biggest change was how long my breakdowns lasted. So instead of days or weeks, it became hours, sometimes even minutes. I became unstoppable, undaunted by challenging problems. And the irrational fears that used to just paralyze me suddenly seemed funny, like a bad joke. And I would just, dismiss them. I mean, it was badass. It wasn't foolproof, right? So don't get me wrong. It's not foolproof. Like I said, I'd still get swiped by those irrational fears, but now I had a tool to remove them and get back on track to achieve my goals much, much faster. Now, I call these energetic blocks the hidden motives to survive. And they are one of 4 key components to the rapid enlightenment process. Hidden motives, they're like filters. They create this mental framework that blocks you from going after your most important goals. And over the years, I've discerned 10 of them, 10 energetic blocks, hidden motives to survive, that most likely are limiting your goal achievement, and you might not even realize it. In fact, you probably don't. So today I want to walk you through the first 4 of 10. And then will you please watch out for the next few videos where I explain the rest? Let's start with greed. Now, most people say, Matthew, greed, how's that an energetic block? Isn't that just part of your personality? And if we step back, like way back, you start to realize that greed is an impulse. It's an instinctive drive. It's not a choice. You don't wake up and say, hey, you know what? Today I'm going to be greedy. It just happens. Greed influences your personality in a negative way. This is why I'm calling it an energetic block. It's energy and information that appears to be universal across humanity. It's like we all have access to it, and it pops up when we don't want it. Now, greed is an irrational fear that there won't be enough. And when that instinct is present, it puts you into a lack mindset. You ever been there before? The lack mindset negatively influences your behavior, doesn't it? It makes you reactive instead of proactive. It causes you to exclude people rather than include them and be collaborative. It really just causes you to make poor choices and decisions. Greed creates breakdowns, and it prolongs the breakdowns. It just makes things worse. and you must learn to remove it from your body. Number 2 is grudge. Now, grudge is an irrational fear that's based on the illusion that this time is just like last time, but it's not. Grudge creates the delusion that you're psychic and that somehow you can tell the future. But a grudge always predicts a negative future, doesn't it? Something that you feel compelled to avoid, something that gives you anxiety, something that makes you agitated, something that makes you an arrogant jerk to other people. When grudge is present, it creates excuses, hesitation. It even puts you into fight mode. It must be removed to achieve goals faster. Number 3 is hatred. Now, hatred has many expressions. There's anger about the situation, agitation with people. It's the energy of resentment or frustration, like being against what you don't want, digging in, being unreasonable, saying mean things about other people, about yourself. This is a major block to goal achievement, and it leads to massive breakdowns. Number 4 is victim. Victim is the energy of pretending to be powerless as a ploy to shirk your responsibility and to manipulate the people around you into helping you. Now, when you're stuck in victim energy, you find yourself making excuses so you don't have to be responsible for your goals, your actions, and your circumstances. This must be removed in order for you to accelerate your goal achievement. Now, the hidden motives are like code that create behavior. And after 30 years of trying everything under the sun, coaching thousands of people to achieve their goals, I have found that typical self-help techniques have little to no effect on the hidden motives to survive. You train and you train and you train and you train, and you still get sideswiped out of the blue by these impulses. So I postulate that the hidden motives are the primary code in our consciousness for survival. And I've found that when you remove the code and you replace it with something more productive, then it's much easier to achieve your goals. And this is exactly what I did. And now I teach people how to do it for themselves. Let me complete with an invitation to remove your energetic blocks to goal achievement. Removing energetic blocks is just one aspect of my 9-month Ignite Mastermind process. And it's one way that my clients experience quantum leaps in the most important areas of their lives. Enrollment in my mastermind is open this week. And I'm taking 15 courageous people through a powerful spiritual healing process that will lead you to power, prosperity, and peace of mind. The result? The FUD is gone. Living FUD free. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Want to learn more? Check out the informational site that I've made. The link is in the description. If this is on Facebook, it's above. It's on YouTube and other things below. Like I said, there are 10 hidden motives. I covered 4 of them today. Watch for the next session in the series.